Hi everyone, thanks for checking out Doubledads Films. Today we're going to show you how to create your first YouTube video using iMovie. If you've got a Macintosh, it's pretty simple. iMovie comes built in. With the newer version, you may have to download it and pay $12, but if you have an older version, then it's already built in. If you open up iMovie, the very first thing you're going to get is this screen right here. All right? You're going to click on, and when the screen comes up, you've got some different options. You've got a theater option, which will show you all of the movies that you've gotten made so far, and if you haven't used it before, you'll have none. You've got project options, which are going to show you all the different projects you've worked on before, and again, at this point, is the first time I'm opening it. And you've got media, which will show you all of the different clips that you have, all right? So for now, we're going to stay on projects, and we're going to click on Create New, all right? And it's asking you, do you want to make a trailer, which is kind of a fun little thing where you put a bunch of clips into a movie trailer type thing. There's all these different templates, and you make, in a world where something, and you put in your clips. We're not doing a trailer. We're actually going to make a movie, and YouTube videos are just short movies, right? So we're going to make a movie there. All right, and up will come the storyboard, right? There's a bunch of different things happening. Down here, right, this is where we're going to drag our clips to and make our movie. Up here is going to show what we're currently working on. Over here, we're going to have all our different media that we don't have yet. And then in this screen, we're going to be able to select the pieces of the media we want. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is rename this movie. So under Project Media right here, right, you see the words My Movie. We don't want to call it My Movie, so let's click on the word Projects here, and the title of the movie option will come up, right? And I'm just going to create a demo cooking video for my cooking channel. You can call this whatever you want. My first video, let's call it my first cooking video, right? So you put in the name here and click OK. And now you can see all your projects. All right, so you can switch between the different projects if you want to work on more than one while you're sitting down. First, we only have this one, so that's the one we're going to do. So let's click on my first cooking video, double click, and up will come back where we are, but now it's called My Cooking Video. Now the next thing we need to do is drop some clips in here to start putting together. You've, hopefully, if you're making a video, you've taken some video clips, all right? I've already taken some clips and put them on my desktop here. I just took the camera card and threw it in the computer and transfer the files into a directory here. I've got it called lentil vegetable soup, so I'm going to open that up here, and there's all my clips. So what we want to do here is import this media into iMovie, but we don't want to just drop it in the root of iMovie, because then it'll be there without being in any type of directory, and then as you get more and more movies, it'll just be a mess. So we want to create a new event. So we're going to click on the iMovie library here. All right, see how we clicked right here? And then we're going to go up to File, New Event. All right, we're going to create a new event for today. And today's event is going to be all about the video we're making, which is my first cooking video. So let's call it my first cooking video, right? So now we're in my first cooking video, and here's all the media we have to use for my first cooking video for the event. All right, let's highlight iMovie here and do File, Import Media. All right, and then over here you point to where the media is on the desktop. There it is, the lentil soup right there. Right. You can go into the folder, highlight the first one, highlight the first or last one, however you want to do it, the top or the bottom one in the list, right? Hold the Shift key down and then highlight the last one, and all of the ones that are in between them will be selected, all right? Click on Import All, and the media will start importing. As you can see here, back to iMovie, which just happened automatically, right? The clips that I have in this folder here on my desktop are now clips in the My First Video folder for the event here, all right? So we now have clips that we can start using to make the movie. All right, now if you just put your cursor over one of the clips, right, you can see that's me cooking. This is a clip, this is a picture. If it has a little photograph up here, right, that means it's a picture, right? If it doesn't have anything, or if it has the time but no photograph, that's how long the movie is. So this is a photograph. This is a clip of me zooming in and out of the finished soup product, right? Oh, it looks pretty good. All right, this is a photograph, right, of what I'm using. Again, another clip, right? This is another photograph. We've got a second camera that I had from up above, right? So I've got the camera on me, right? And then you can't see it, but up here in the video, I have another camera. There's the tripod, you can see that, pointing down, looking into the pot. But for now, we're just gonna work with this one clip. So, we've got a bunch of clips here available to me to use. What we're gonna do is grab one of these clips and highlight it, and it'll turn yellow, and just drag it down to the storyline, all right? Now, this is my storyline, all right? This area here is my movie. I'll cut the pieces into what I want, I'll add what's called transitions, but this right here is my movie. Now, the way I view this screen can be changed. Right now, I'm viewing this whole clip, this whole 6-minute clip, this little blurb right here, all right? If I hit Command plus, it'll get bigger, and it might be easier for me to work with that way, all right? So, the clip is in my storyline. I obviously don't need all of this, so I'm going to start at the beginning and hit the space bar. The space bar allows this to play, all right? At the time, I lived on a very busy street, so you can hear the police siren in the background. And you can hear my timer going off of my clock, right? And there's me getting ready.
All right, so 20 minutes has passed, so we're going to take the cover.
All right, so you can see down here, this is the volume with the clip, all right? There's nothing happening here. Then all of a sudden, the volume shoots up. So you can see there, that's when I start talking, all right? So if I use the mouse and go back to where I was and click, you watch when I'm going to hit the space bar so it starts moving forward. Watch when I get to right about here, right? I start talking. All right, watch. I'm going to hit the space bar. And there I am, all right? So that's where I want to start my clip. So I'm going to take this bar right here and move it back here, all right? I'm right before I start talking. You can see I'm about to start talking here, but I haven't started talking, all right? Now, I have a few different ways I could cut this clip, right? First, I could just slice it right there and get rid of the piece I don't need, all right? Second, I could just grab it and just close this part over here, right? So let's start with that first. If I bring my mouse back to the beginning, you'll see that when I'm at the beginning, I have this little up and down arrow here. That means you can grab and move. Now, if I just take the mouse and do the left mouse button, right? The whole thing will turn white, and I can grab it and move it all the way up to the point where I start talking. So right there, all right? So now that's the beginning of my clip. The other piece is still there. It's just truncated. If I had to, I can grab it and go back and open it up again, all right? Now let's start the clip and see if it starts with me talking. I'm just gonna hit the space bar.
All right, so 20 minutes.
Even then, it's still a little too soon. Like, that's about where I wanna be. So notice how it's hard for me to move it just that little bit. I really can't see that space in there. So I'm going to hit the Command and plus sign, and that'll open this clip up even more. And now you can see there's quite a bit of space there, right? So once again, I'm going to bring my cursor all the way over to the left, right? I'm going to get that white line, that the left and right arrows there, right? And I'm going to grab it and bring it closer to where I start talking, like right about there. All right, now I'm going to bring my cursor back and hit the space bar, and hopefully it starts with me talking.
All right, so 20 minutes is
That's
passed,
perfect.
So we're going to take the cover off here. Oh, it's looking good. I can smell it. And give this one final mix-up.
Now, we're not going to look into this today, but the reason I have that second camera up there is so I can now switch to that camera, which is going to show what I'm doing inside the pot. Obviously, from this angle, there's not a lot of excitement of me reaching into a pot and starting something that nobody can see. But that second camera being up on the top will be called a B-roll, and we're going to look at that in another video. But for you most likely have something on the screen that you want your audience to see. All right, so that part
here
is me cooking, right?
And all we have left to do really is
and you can see me pointing it toward my second camera, which I would normally cut to at this point, but that's not there. So we'll get into that in the next video. So we've got a little clip of me doing my thing here, right?
we'll slice up one lemon and squeeze the juice in. So I've got one lemon right here. I really need to get a lemon squeezer. I don't want the pits, so I'm just going to juice the lemon.
Now, I don't know if it's necessary for me to be seen doing all this. I feel like we can go back here to where I was.
So we're going to take the cover off here. Oh, it's looking good.
All right, now, and then I feel like right there after I go, you can smell it. I feel like we can cut that and jump right to the lemon part. All right, so here's how you cut clips. All right, make sure the cursor is right where you want it to be. All right, the line, that's the line of work that you're working with. And then we're going to go up here, right, to where it says modify, and we're going to get a bunch of options, okay? The one we're looking for to cut the clip is called split clip. So I'm going to hit the split clip button, and now you'll notice there's a thin gray line there, which is the back of the board I'm working with. You can see this is now two clips. This is one clip, right? In fact, the time over here tells you the time of the clip always, right? This is 5.9 minutes, right? It used to be 5.9 minutes plus the 7.4 seconds. Now we just have two clips, this 7.4 second clip and this 5.9 minute clip, all right? So I've cut this, so this clip is going to end right here. Now, if I don't do anything, it's still going to play through simultaneously.
Give this 1-5.
See, so I started here, and it's not going to show a break. It'll play right through.
Smell it. Give this 1-5
right?
mix up
But I've
here.
split this clip where I want to split it. Now I want to get this to where the lemon starts. So let me let this play. Now, by the way, if I don't want to sit here and wait to get to the lemon part, I can just go like this, right? And see how I'm moving? I can see I'm picking up the lemon there, all right? So I see I start talking here. I'll kind of press the mouse right here and hit the space bar and see where I am with this.
Chop or slice up one lemon
and that's still too early, so.
I'm gonna.
All right. Okay, I want to pick it up where it says I'm gonna, right? And if you notice down here where the audio is, there's a break in the audio where I stop talking, and then right here I say I'm gonna. So if I just take this mouse, put it right in the middle right there, I know that that's where I start talking. So now I'm going to split this clip again, right? Because I'm not going to need this part. I'm going to split this clip, right? And then get rid of this piece, and these two pieces will join together. So right here is where I go, I'm going to start squeezing a lemon. I wind up with my first clip here where I go, oh, look at that, it smells good. I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to start up with the next scene is going to be, hey, I'm going to juice this lemon, all right? And then we'll just get rid of this. So now we want to split this clip right there. We're going to go back to modify and do split clip, all right? Notice that clip has now split, all right? You can see that this clip is now 10.4 seconds, and this used to be 5.9 minutes or something. Now it's 5.8 minutes, all right? This clip I don't need. I want to go right from the end of this clip right to the beginning of this clip. So I'm going to highlight this clip, and I'm going to hit the delete key, and it's gone, all right? So now you'll see this clip going simultaneously, you'll see this clip going right through, transitioning right to this clip, all right? Now watch what happens.
All right, so 20 minutes has passed, so we're gonna take the cover off here. Oh, it's looking good. I can smell it. I'm gonna chop or slice up one lemon and squeeze the juice in.
So you can see it wasn't, flawless, but I've got two separate clips there. I've gotten rid of the piece I didn't need, all right?
I'm gonna chop or slice up one lemon and squeeze the juice in.
Okay, so now, how do we make the transition from this clip to this clip look a little more professional? Well, we go up here, we got something called transitions. So click on that, all right? And up are the different transitions, right? And you can show the scene changing from one scene to the other in a very obvious way where if you put your mouse over one of these, it'll show you how the scene's going to change, all right? That's called the cube, I think, yeah. And it takes the one scene and it spins it, and now you're on the next scene, all right? So if we do that, let's drag that in here, okay? Now let's go back, hit the space bar, and watch what happens.
I can smell it. I'm gonna chop.
All right, now you're on the next scene. That's an obvious scene change, right? I don't want to use that one, so I'm going to highlight that little transition right there. Notice it says 1 second. You can actually control the time. But for now, we're just going to talk about creating them. I'm going to highlight that and delete it. I don't want that one. I want it to just kind of be, unnoticeable to the person watching. So I'm going to take what's called cross dissolve. I'm going to drag that. And cross dissolve is just kind of fade between one and into the other. Now watch what happens here, okay?
Up here, oh, it's looking good. I can smell it.
And you see we just kind of faded from one scene to the other. There's quite a few of these, right? You can play around with them, and if you just move your mouse over them, you'll see what they all do, all right? And they're kind of self-explanatory. Circle, open, I like to use in the beginning sometime when I'm opening up the show. In fact, let's grab that and just drag it right to the beginning of our program. Now watch what happens. Now it's going to open as if it's, a TV show.
All right, so 20 minutes is passed.
See that?
So we're going to take the cup.
Right? You just bring your mouse back over here, click, and that'll be the start, and hit spacebar.
20 minutes is passed, so we're going to take the cover off here. Oh, it's looking good. I can smell it.
And now we've transitioned, right? Now let's get to another clip here where we're going to split. Now here I am squeezing this lemon.
One lemon right here. I really need to get a lemon squeezer. I don't want the pits, so I'm just going to juice the lemon.
Okay, now not only do they need to see me spending 30 minutes juicing a lemon, right? I think they'll get the idea. So let's split this clip right here. Let's hit let's click right there so that cursor stays right there, and go up and go to modify and do split clip, right? And then let's get to the point where I'm done juicing all these, right? Let's see, there's this here where I'm not talking, and then here where I'm talking, and then I'm explaining this. So it looks like there's a dead spot right there.
So I'm just going to pour the...
Yes, and here I am pouring the lemon into the little screen so I don't get the pits. So let's drag this, let's grab the mouse and drag this right back here. You can tell because there's a pause in the audio, so I've stopped talking right there, okay? So that's the point where I want to cut in. I don't want to cut in while I'm speaking. That wouldn't really look professional. All right, so I'm not going to need any of this. I'm going to go right from the end of this clip where I'm starting to juice the lemon. I'm going to go over to where I'm now putting it in. All right, so I need to split this clip. So I've highlighted that. I'm going up here and doing modify split clip. All right, I'm going to highlight this because I don't need it. I'm going to highlight this. See how it's yellow? And I'm going to hit delete. Right, and I'm going to drag another cross dissolve down here. All right. So now let's look at what we have going all the way through to this clip, all right? Circle opening, me explaining what I'm doing, right? Oh, it's looking good. Now we're going to transition. Transition nicely. Now we're in the middle of grabbing a lemon, right?
So I've got one lemon right here. I really need to get a lemon squeezer.
Now we're going to transition.
So I'm just going to juice the lemon. So I'm just going to pour
and here I am now pouring the lemon into the pot, okay? So this is kind of like what you do for each part of your clips. You delete, you grab the part that you don't need, you split it, and then you remove it. Let's say that I cut too much of this off, all right? Let's say I needed a little bit more of this clip, all right? I just cut too much of it off. I can put my cursor right in the end, right, and see where I get the two left and right arrow right there, click, and I can drag it, and it'll bring back pieces of what I cut off. Even though I cut it off, it's not gone. Okay, it's just trimmed, but all of that's still there, all right? So I can bring it back a little bit and then start it from there if I wanted to. Let's see what happens.
I don't want the pits, so I'm just going to juice the lemon. All right, my little screen here, I've got my little screen here, so I'm just going to...
See, and I don't know that I need to explain to these people I got a screen, all right? I mean, who really cares? So now I'm back here again.
Here, so I'm just going to pour the lemon juice in. So I'm just going to juice the lemon here.
And even then, you can hear me say I've got my screen here. I've still got too much there.
Juice the lemon here.
All right, I can keep moving it forward till I get to where I want to be.
Lemon here. The lemon. So I'm just going to pour
and here we go. All right, so now I'm pouring it without explaining my screen. All right.
I know people don't care about the pits if they get in there or not, but I do, and I don't want to eat those.
Okay, let's say at this point you want to stop the video right here. This is the end of your movie, or the video or the YouTube video that you're making, all right? So let's just make sure I don't cut it off right in the middle of a sentence.
I know people don't care about the pits if they get in there or not, but I do, and I don't want to eat those.
All right, so I don't want to eat those, and that's kind of the end of my movie, all right? So I'm going to cut the movie right here. I'm going to go up to modify and split clip. I'm going to highlight the rest of the clip here, and I'm not going to need that. So I'm going to hit my delete key, And now I've got basically the movie that I want to use. I've got the opening. If I go back to the beginning with my mouse and play it from the beginning, I've got my opening. I'm going to turn down the volume here. Oh, it's looking good, right? And then we open the pot, we immediately transition into the lemon part. I talk about how I need a lemon squeezer, and then transition again right into me pouring the lemon in.
And then I don't have my pits, right? I know people don't care about the pits if they get in there or not, but I do, and I don't want to eat this.
Okay, so basically this is a tutorial about how to squeeze a lemon in and why I don't like pits. Obviously I would probably put more of something into this if I was putting it on YouTube, but for the basis of creating this video and creating a how-to, I think this is going to suffice. All right, so we've got the content we want to send out to people, right? Now we want to put on an ending and a beginning, all right? So here's something that we're going to look at. Up on the top here, we've got something called backgrounds. If you take your mouse and click right here on backgrounds, right? Here are some preset backgrounds that you can use in the beginning, in the end, or anywhere throughout your movie. For instance, if we take this curtain right here, right? Take your mouse and grab this curtain and drag it down in front of the, or anywhere, but I'm going to drag it in front of the circle opening, right? Now, bring your mouse, put it right in the front of the curtain there, click, and then press the space bar and let it play, and watch what the curtain does. It just kind of moves like it's a movie curtain, right? And then you have your opening, all right? So that's one of the backgrounds right there, all right? There's quite a few other ones. They're just solid colors. You actually can take any picture or anything from the internet and save it as a JPG or a PNG file, whatever, and just drag it right here onto this little storyboard, and it will be your background. But for now, let's use this curtain here, okay? You know what? Let's get rid of the curtain, and let's bring in underwater, all right? You can kind of see what that does right there. Prop it right in the beginning. I'm going to put my mouse right in the beginning of the storyboard here, and watch what happens. Maybe you're doing a pool video, right? This might be more appropriate. Hit my space bar, and it just looks like you're underwater, right? And then it cuts into the movie. So let's get rid of the underwater here, and maybe for this, I really just want something simple, like stars, all right? Well, you know what? Let's go with the orange. Orange is my favorite color. So I'm going to drag the orange. This is just a solid color. Nothing's moving or happening. I'm going to put my mouse right in the beginning there and hit the space bar. And you can see it's playing, but nothing's happening because it's just a solid color. All right? The thing about backgrounds is they give you a place to put words, right? No one wants to see just some color and then the opening of a video, because what are we even watching, all right? So up by background where your mouse is, right? We know we've used transition. That's to change between clips. Backgrounds is to put something in the beginning or the end, and then we've got titles. So click on the word titles, and up comes all of these titles. And if you just take your mouse over one of them and move it, you'll see how the title works. You'll see in my preview pane over here what I'm looking at, and it'll just place the title right there so you can kind of see how it's going to work. All right, same thing here. These are all different ones. Here, if you were doing the end, you can put, of your movie, the people who starred in it and what their roles were. There's a lot of different options, all right? I think I just want something that's kind of right in the middle, maybe this right here, right? Comes in and the words kind of fall into place and then they leave, all right? That one's kind of fun. So I'm going to highlight this with my mouse and just drag it right on top of the orange block, right? Now you can put this anywhere in the movie, but if we put it over where I'm actually, talking in the movie, the white may not show up well on the, on the background with that white tile right there. So but you don't have to put it on top of these backgrounds. You can put it anywhere. Now also you can click the little bar here, which is actually the title, and you can make that bigger or smaller. Just for education, we're just going to make it the same size as the orange right now. All right. Now take your mouse and double click on that bar. When you do that, up in the preview screen, you see an option to start typing. Right. I'm going to put in the title of my movie. which I'm going to call, for the public, I'm going to call lentil soup. All right. So I've typed that in, just hit the enter button, right? And that's it. Now, if I take my mouse and start at the beginning of this storyboard, or the beginning of my movie, right? I hit the space bar. Now you can see you've got my movie starting, right? So we start with the title now, and we go right into that. Did you see that, right? Now we know this is a movie about lentil soup. And then here I am doing some cooking, okay? Let's go to backgrounds again up here, right? And now we need something at the end, right? So I want to have continuity. So I'm going to grab the orange again and put it at the end here. So now I've got my orange in the beginning, my movie, and then my ending, all right? Let's go back up to titles up here and reveal on my titles. And, I don't know that I want, dun, 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 a Star Wars ending in this movie, but, that would be nice for something in the future. It looks kind of fun, okay? I think I just want something simple just so where I can say thank you. I'm just moving through the different ones and seeing what they have, okay? Here, this one gives you an option for something and then words under it, okay? So let me see what else we have here. Let's grab this right here and move this right where we are, okay? I'm going to make it the same size as my block here. All right, so now I've got, if you look at my mouse here, I've got my movie ending, and then I'm going to need a transition there, but I've got my movie ending, and then I've got the end screen I'm going to make with the orange background, just like I have in the beginning. If I double-click on that right here, I will get the option right here to start typing, where it says title, subtitle. There's options for two pieces here, okay? I'm going to put thanks, and then if I double-click the word subtitle, whatever's down there, I'm going to put for watching, all right? So now, if I take my space bar and put it right before the orange block here, it'll play from there, and you can see the transition. Well, there is no transition yet, but you can see how it changes over from the clip of me in it to the clip of the end. Watch. Thanks for watching, right? And that's it. All right, so now obviously we need a transition here because we go right from the end of this and now we're into the orange thank you screen or thanks for watching screen. So let's go back up the transitions. I'm gonna move the mouse here, back up the transitions, and we did that circle before in the beginning where it opened up, right? Let's grab that circle again, except this time we're gonna drag circle close, all right? Now in future revisions and in Final Cut Pro, which is kind of like iMovie on steroids, you only have one circle and you choose once it's in there if you want open or close. But in iMovie, it's just circle open and circle close. So we're going to grab circle close and drag it right in here. All right. So now I'm going to move my mouse right to the end of where I'm actually acting and then watch it transition. Right. The circle will close into the orange thank you screen. Watch. All right. The other thing is, if we take your mouse and highlight the title right here, right? Even though it's at the end, it's still called title. You can drag it so it's longer. So I'll move my mouse right before that. And you'll see the words saying thank you before it actually gets to the ending screen now. All right, so here we are right here. Now watch. It's already saying thanks for watching. We're not even on the end screen yet, okay? So what I was saying before is you can put these titles over any part of the movie. All right, for now, let's just leave them over here. Okay, so I think we're at the point where we have, for our first lesson, our first complete lesson, we have a title sequence, the clips we want to use, and a ending sequence, right? So let's just let it play through here, okay? And you can see up here, the whole thing, if I put it at the end, the whole thing is 36 seconds. All right, that tells you the time that you've used for your storyboard. Let's start it and see what happens. Lentil soup.
All right, so 20 minutes has passed.
I'm doing my tutorial on the soup.
Oh, it's looking good.
Oh, it's looking good.
Smell it. I'm gonna chop or slice up one lemon.
Now about the lemons here, right?
So I've got one lemon right here. I really need to get a lemon squeezer.
Right.
I don't want the pits.
I start the lemon and then I transition.
I'm gonna pour the lemon juice in here.
And now I'm doing the lemon.
And then I don't have my pits, right? I know people don't care about the pits if they get in there or not, but I do, and I don't want to eat those. So.
Okay, then I transition back to the ending title, and the movie's done. All right, so you can see we've kind of got our first movie here, right? So that kind of concludes the first complete lesson on how to make the movie, how to put it together, how to get your clips in, how to edit them, how to slice them, get rid of the pieces you don't need, join the two pieces you do need together, use transitions to go from one clip to the next clip, use backgrounds for the beginning and the end to kind of bring it together, and then use titles to to put in some words to show the viewer what they're getting, right? If you like this video, please hit the like button. We could use the love. Please subscribe to our channel. We would love to bring you more videos. I've got a lot more I want to do with this. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you use iMovie? Have you gotten this far with it? Is there something you'd like to know about how to use an iMovie? We can do videos on that too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.